Okay, so we are starting lecture 1 of deductions from gross total income. This is for CMA Intermediate June 2022 attempt. Okay, so here lecture 1 deductions from gross total income. Okay, so I'll take you to the study material. ठीक है, ये है आपका study material on deductions from gross total income. ठीक है, so we'll split this chapter into two long lectures. Okay, two lectures. ठीक है, one will be from here, the first one 80C, ठीक है, to 80EEB. ठीक है, यहाँ तक के this will be our first lecture. ठीक है, so this lecture will be around 2 hours. ठीक है, और then you will have the second lecture for the remaining part. ठीक है, so second lecture में हम क्या करेंगे, we'll do from 80G, ठीक है, till the end 80U. Okay, that will be your second lecture. चलो ठीक है, तो ये lecture जो है हम बिल्कुल quick pace में will do, so it will consume less time for you. ठीक है, और आपका बिल्कुल एग्जामिनेशन ओरिएंटेड प्रिपरेशन हो जाएगा इससे. ओके, सो विल डू योर एग्जामिनेशन ओरिएंटेड प्रिपरेशन. ठीक है, सो बिफोर आई स्टार्ट विद द चैप्टर, ठीक है, क्विकली व्हाट इज दिस चैप्टर अबाउट. ओके, सबसे पहले यू विल टोटल ऑल 5 heads of income. यू विल टोटल इनकम फ्रॉम ऑल 5 heads of income. ठीक है, इसको हमने चलो टोटल कर ली. ओके, सो ऑल 5 heads ये मिल गया. इसके साथ साथ यू विल डू क्लबिंग ऑफ इनकम इफ यू हैव एनी माइनर चाइल्ड और समथिंग. ठीक है, देन यू विल डू योर दैट इनकम विल बी एडेड टू योर इनकम. ठीक है, सो क्लबिंग ऑफ इनकम हो गया यहाँ पे. ओके, एंड देन आपका कुछ सेट ऑफ लॉसेस वगैरह करना है. इफ एनी से वन हेड्स इनकम, ठीक है, वन हेड हैज अ लॉस और समथिंग लाइक दैट, जो हमने सेट ऑफ में देखे थे, सेटिंग ऑफ वगैरह करना है. सो इसके साथ साथ हो जाता है वो. ठीक है, देन यू विल डू सेट ऑफ एंड कैरी फॉरवर्ड ऑफ लॉसेस. ठीक है, सो वंस यू डू दिस, इसके बाद जो है, ओके, सो व्हेन यू क्लब द इनकम इट विल गेट एडेड टू इट. ठीक है, दूसरे का इनकम ऐड हो रहा है आपके इसमें, दिस विल गेट एडेड. ठीक है, व्हेन यू सेट ऑफ लॉसेस व्हाट विल हैपन इज आपका जो द लॉसेस विल रिड्यूस योर इनकम. ठीक है, जो लॉस है, एक हेड का जो लॉस है दूसरे हेड के साथ, ओके, और इंट्रा हेड वॉट एवर इट इज, वो दैट विल गेट सेट ऑफ. ओके, और आपका इनकम उससे थोड़ा कम होगा. राइट, ये सब होने के बाद ऑल आफ्टर ऑल दिस थिंग्स व्हाट यू गेट, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज योर ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम. ठीक है, तो ये जो है ये हमारा होता है ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम. ठीक है, फ्रॉम दिस ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम यू गेट सम डिडक्शंस. ठीक है, ओके, इसको बोलते हैं इस डिडक्शंस को, इसको बोलते हैं चैप्टर 6A. ठीक है, ओके, और यू कैन से इन सेक्शंस. ठीक है, 80C to 80U. ठीक है, तो ये सेक्शन वाइज है, दिस इज योर चैप्टर वाइज. ठीक है, चैप्टर कैपिटल रोमन 6 कैपिटल है और 6A बोल सकते हैं आप शॉर्ट में. ओके, you can call it as 6A. ठीक है, सो ये डिडक्शंस जो है, दिस इज व्हाट दिस चैप्टर इज अबाउट. इसमें बहुत ही सिंपल है, क्या है, आपको बताया जाएगा कि किस किस चीज से आपको डिडक्शन मिलेगा इनकम से, व्हाट आर द थिंग्स अंडर विच यू विल गेट डिडक्शन. सो फॉर एग्जांपल योर ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम इज 10 lakhs. ओके, लेट अस से योर ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम इज 10 lakhs. ठीक है, यहाँ पे यू हैव गॉट डिडक्शंस में you have investments in say 1 2 3 4 different things में आपने invest किए. ओके, you have invested in 4 different things, 1 2 3 4. okay, this one is, let us say you have invested 50,000. okay, so मान लीजिए invested 50,000 here. ठीक है, showing in percentage, और ठीक है 50,000। ओके 2 में अंडर 2 अलाउेबल, व्हाट इज अलाउेबल इज 1 lakhs। ठीक है 3 में व्हाट इज अलाउेबल, लेट अस से इज अगेन 50,000। ओके एंड इन 4 2 lakhs इज डिडक्टेबल। ठीक है इतना आपका अलाउेबल है, जो व्हाट एवर इन्वेस्टमेंट्स यू हैव डन इन 80। सो ये सेक्शंस में आपको बस जाके देखना है, यू ओनली हैव टू सी हाउ मच इज डिडक्टेबल, दैट्स व्हाट वी हैव टू सी। ठीक है once I get to know that these 4 amounts are deductible, so just total it, कितना हो गया 1,50,000, 2 lakh, 4 lakhs। ठीक है this 4 ये टोटल होता है 4 lakhs। so आपको योर ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम से सीधा सीधा ये 4 lakhs डिडक्शन मिल जाएगा। ठीक है you will get a deduction of this 4 lakhs straight away and your net income will become 6 lakhs। ठीक है बस इतना फंडा है चैप्टर। ठीक है तो बेसिकली हम इस चैप्टर में क्या पढ़ने वाले हैं, व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी। ठीक है इज दिस पार्ट, ये व्हाट आर द वेरियस डिडक्शंस अलाउेबल अंडर 80C to 80। ठीक है दैट्स व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी। सो दिस सेक्शंस विल टेल यू सम limitations, that is you cannot claim deduction more than say 50,000, 20,000, as per whatever is there for each section. They'll give you some conditions, you only need to know those conditions. Once you know, that's all, there is nothing to be done. You have to take the amount which is eligible and you will get a direct deduction from gross total income। ठीक है बस उतना ही इसका concept wise, this is only that much। ठीक है ओके चलिए so now let's start। ठीक है ओके सो बेसिक यहाँ पे जो आपको दिख रहा है ये ऑल दीज आर द सेक्शंस वी हैव टू स्टडी। ठीक है 80C, CCC, CCD, ऑल दीज थिंग्स। ठीक है ये हमको पढ़ना है। ठीक है सो इन द एंड इट विल नॉट बी अ बिग डील टू रिमेंबर ऑल ऑफ इट। ठीक है आपको यू माइट हैव टू जस्ट रिवाइज इट 2-3 टाइम्स। ठीक है बट देन जो है उतना बिग डील नहीं, मोस्ट ऑफ द सेक्शंस आर कनेक्टेड आल्सो। ठीक है ऐसा नहीं है कि ऑल दीज कनेक्ट सेक्शंस आर टोटली इंडिपेंडेंट, इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट एज वेल। सो ठीक है सो चलिए तो हम चालू करते हैं। सो जैसे मैंने बोला हमारा टुडेज टारगेट इज टू डू व्हाट, year to year। okay this is today's target, second part will be in the second lecture। ठीक है so I'm purposefully I am recording one lecture for the whole thing this much and the one more lecture for the second one, so it will be easy for you to revise। ठीक है आपके ease of revision के लिए चलिए एकदम quick होगा and it will be clear definitely but it will be quick so that it will help you in your exams। अभी time कम है so that you will be able to do it in less time। ठीक है okay चलो ओके नाउ वी कैन स्टार्ट इट। ठीक है सो ये तो फर्स्ट इंट्रोडक्शन आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू। ठीक है ना बेसिक रूल्स ऑफ डिडक्शन। ठीक है डिडक्शंस फ्रॉम ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम के कुछ बेसिक रूल्स है। इट इज नॉट अवेलेबल फ्रॉम लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन। ठीक है याद रखना कोई एनी लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन से डिडक्शंस नहीं मिलते। ठीक है किसी भी टाइप का ओके विच एवर सेक्शन ऑफ लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन देयर इज नो डिडक्शन। Now short term capital gain ठीक है covered under 111 capital। ठीक है ओके सो विच इज इसके अंदर 3 चीजें आती है। ठीक है लिस्टेड शेयर्स ओके इक्विटी शेयर्स इट इज। ठीक है इक्विटी शेयर्स और यूनिट्स ऑफ एन इक्विटी ओरिएंटेड फंड एंड यूनिट्स ऑफ अ बिजनेस ट्रस्ट। ठीक है 3 चीजें आती है यहाँ पे इसमें आपके 111 कैपिटल ए में। ठीक है जो मैंने आपको आई टोल्ड यू इन योर कैपिटल गेन्स चैप्टर एज वेल। ठीक है so इसी का there is one more section 112 capital A in long term capital gain। so that is 112 capital A is the same thing, same 3 things। so basically your listed equity shares ठीक है equity oriented fund business trust। okay so all 3 listed, तीनों भी listed होना चाहिए। okay आपको अगर मैं जस्ट नाम लिख के बता देता हूँ। ठीक है सो जस्ट आपको भी मालूम रहेगा ओके क्विकली। तो ये जो है आपका 111 कैपिटल ए इज फॉर STCG। ठीक है शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल गेन का सेक्शन है। ओके एंड सेम चीज LTCG, ठीक है, इज 112 कैपिटल है, ठीक है। तो बोथ सब्जेक्ट मैटर्स आर सेम, ओनली डिफरेंस इज ये जो है ट्रांसफर ऑफ शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल एसेट है, दिस ट्रांसफर ऑफ लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल, सेम थिंग, इफ इट बिकम्स लॉन्ग टर्म इट विल फॉल अंडर दिस। सो क्या चीजें, देयर आर थ्री थिंग्स, ठीक है, तीन चीजें आती है, ओके। वन इज नाउ ऑल थ्री आर लिस्टेड, नंबर वन, तीनों भी लिस्टेड है, ओके। सो आई विल जस्ट से, so this section is for listed units or listed instruments, ठीक है, तीनों भी लिस्टेड है, ठीक है। ठीक है, इक्विटी शेयर्स, ठीक है। सो यहाँ पे है यूनिट्स ऑफ एन इक्विटी ओरिएंटेड फंड, ठीक है, फंड मतलब म्यूचुअल फंड, ओके। सो म्यूचुअल फंड इज इन शॉर्ट कॉल्ड फंड, ओके। यूनिट्स ऑफ एन इक्विटी ओरिएंटेड म्यूचुअल फंड, यूनिट्स ऑफ अ बिजनेस ट्रस्ट, ओके। ये तीन चीज है, ठीक है, दीज थ्री थिंग्स, ओके। व्हेन इट इज अ शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल एसेट, ये 111 कैपिटल ए में फॉल होगा, इट विल फॉल इन 111 कैपिटल ए। व्हेन इट इज लॉन्ग टर्म इट विल फॉल इन 112 कैपिटल ए, ओके, ठीक है। चलो नाउ, ठीक है, सो डिडक्शंस आर नॉट अवेलेबल फ्रॉम लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन, ठीक है, शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल गेन कवर्ड अंडर 111 कैपिटल ए, ठीक है। सो इन चीजों में द थ्री थिंग्स व्हिच आई जस्ट टोल्ड यू नाउ, सिक्योरिटीज ट्रांजैक्शन tax is charged on that, ठीक है, okay। and third thing is casual income, that is winning from lotteries, crossword puzzles and all that, ठीक है। तो ये तीन चीजों में, so ये first thing you have to remember, okay, when you have these three things, okay, there will be no deductions for this, ठीक है। deductions from gross total income will not apply to these three things, ठीक है। LTCG में any kind of LTCG, whether it is 112 capital A or other, anything for LTCG you don't get deductions, for STCG you don't get if it is covered under 111 capital A, or and you do not get under winning from lotteries, races, okay, all those things, ठीक है, casual income यानी। so ये हो गया one point, that you will not get any deductions from these three heads of these three income sources, okay, ठीक है। so second thing is कि you will get deductions, but your deductions cannot exceed gross total income, ठीक है। Your deductions can never exceed gross total income, that is, say if your gross total income is 1 lakh, मान लीजिए your gross total income is 1 lakh, but your investments in total are 1,50,000, so your deduction will be limited to 1 lakh, ठीक है। so deduction cannot exceed gross total income, that is point number 2, ठीक है, ओके। तो ये देखने की जरूरत है, ये यहाँ ये बोल रहा है कि एक्सक्लूडिंग दीज थिंग्स, दैट इज, वो तो है ही है कि वी नो दैट इन दीज थिंग्स देयर इज नो डिडक्शन, ठीक है। सो ऑफ कोर्स डिडक्शन विल बी लिमिटेड टू ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम एक्सक्लूडिंग दीज थिंग्स, मतलब इसमें तो हमको डिडक्शन मिला ही नहीं पहले से, ओके। सो जस्ट इग्नोर दिस वन, और ये दिस इज वन पॉइंट, इसमें ये हमारे लिए तो इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है दिस, ठीक है। दिस इज बेसिकली अबाउट रिलेटिंग टू नॉन रेसिडेंट और फॉरेन कंपनीज, ठीक है। तो इसका आप लोगों को उतना कुछ इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं है इसका, तो यू कैन इग्नोर दिस पॉइंट, ये वाला, ठीक है, इसको आप छोड़ो, ठीक है। तो आपके इन ऑल योर स्टेटमेंट्स एंड ऑल आल्सो ये इतना, ये थ्री थिंग्स आर, ये तीन चीजों की बात हुई है आपके इसमें, ठीक है, ओके। सो तो ये हो गया। तो सेकंड पॉइंट, तो ये जो है इतना बड़ा कुछ देखने की जरूरत है, जैसा जैसा मैं करा रहा हूँ बस वैसे ही करते जाओ, बिल्कुल, ठीक है। Second point, so the way I am doing it, just do it accordingly, you can do it very easily. Second point only says that deduction will not exceed gross total income, that's all, this whole thing is not needed, okay। Then okay, and this is there in everywhere, all sections. Do you ever get one deduction two times? Do you have you seen any section where you will get two deductions? Okay, you never get, right, you never get two deductions, okay। So similarly point 4 is saying that if you have taken deduction under this section, you will not get deduction under any other section of the income tax act, okay। So chalo, so now this table below, it just shows you, okay, how you how can you compute this deductions from gross total income and how will be your tax liability computed. ठीक है, तो इसमें है सबसे first here, see these are your 5 heads of income. ठीक है, so 5 heads of income is put the amounts here. Okay, ठीक है, right? So when you're putting the amounts, that means within this you are saying your you have done your set off, clubbing, all that is done within this. ठीक है, ये सब हो गया आपका, and then you have got your gross total income here. ठीक है, this is our gross total income. Okay, चलो अब now what has been done, ऊपर में we have seen that you will not get deductions for 4 things, correct? So इसके लिए what we have done is यहाँ पे, ठीक है, so now the same, this is your gross total income है ना, but this gross total income is just subdivided into 4 parts. ठीक है, so one is your STCG, okay, covered under 111 capital A, long term capital gain and casual income. Okay, these 3 things, because you are not going to get deduction, right? So it has been separated out. Okay, and this is the balance part of gross total income. So if you add the orange and green cell here, orange and the green cells, what you will get is nothing but your gross total income. Okay, right? So we are just separating it into 2 parts, one in which you will not get deduction and remaining one in which you will get deduction. Okay, so now from here we will now see the deductions from gross total income. Okay, so yes, in these 3 things it will be 0, correct? No deductions you will get here, correct? Or here you will get deduction. ठीक है ना? So then next point is total income will be, what will be total income? It will be this minus this. ठीक है, this minus this. Okay, this row minus this row will be your total income. ठीक है, so यहाँ पे this is your total income. Okay, and here you can see for these 3 things, these 3 will be same as these 3, correct? Because you did not get any deduction. So here all these dashes means it was 0. So that's why these 2 pink lines will be equal to each other. Okay, okay. And यहाँ पे this is the your remaining income of GTI. From here just deduct all the deductions and you will get total income. Okay, fine. ठीक है, so अब जो है, now we have this line which we wanted. ठीक है, this is our line of total income. Okay, so this is our total income. Okay, ठीक है, so now from in this total income, now you apply tax rate always to the total income. ठीक है, तो total income में हम tax rate लगाएंगे. And यहाँ पे one more thing I can tell you is, ठीक है, now here sum of these 4 will be equal to this last column. Okay, this is nothing but sum of these 4. चलो, okay, so now ये जो है आपका your general one, generic one, that is the remaining part of GTI. ठीक है, this will be taxed as per slab rate. ठीक है, this will be taxed as per what? As per your slab rate. ठीक है, whatever our slab table is there, right? 5%, 20%, 30%, based on that, based on your income, this part will be taxable. Okay, and for the other 3 there are tax rates already prescribed. ठीक है, तो short में बता देता हूँ, because in this chapter we are not focusing on the taxation or tax rates, we are focusing on the deductions. ठीक है, we are studying this part, we are studying this in this chapter. ठीक है, so चलो just for quickly we can see. So 111, so short term capital gain is taxable at 15%. Okay, this part will be taxable as 15%. And long term capital gains, there are 2%. This 10% is for 112 capital A. Okay, okay, the same 3 things for which you are applying 111 capital A, the same 3 types of income which I told you. Okay, 10% is that. So basically for 1 lakh you have an exemption. Okay, till when your income is 1 lakh, you don't have to pay any tax, zero. So over 1 lakh only you have to pay 10%. Okay, for 112 capital A. We will see that when taxation के problems हम करेंगे, we will do taxation problem. There we will see. यहाँ पे बस I'm just telling you in short. For all other types of long-term capital gain, rate is 20%. ठीक है? This is how it has been divided up. ठीक है? So ये 15% will be on this figure, correct? ये जो आपका this 15% will, you will do 15% on this figure, 20 or 10% on this figure. Okay, and then 30% on this figure, and slab rate on this figure. Okay, and whatever you get, okay, that will be your tax liability, right? Okay, clear? So this is how it is computed. Chalo, okay. So now we'll start with our sections. First one is the biggest. Baad mein they are comparatively smaller. Okay. So first one, deduction under section 80C for LIC premium, contributions to PF, etc. Okay. So this one is basically for any kind of investment we do. Okay, like your LIC premium, contribution to PF, okay, PPF, or your NSC, okay, things like that. And you have some notified mutual funds and all where you can invest and you can get deduction straight away here. Okay. So it is applicable to individual HUF. Okay. Whether resident or non-resident, residential status is not important for this section. Okay. Individual HUF. Chalo. So what you have to do, the SSC has to do, he has to deposit an amount, okay, in any of the items which will be listed here. All the list will be there. He can invest amount in any of those and he will get a deduction. Okay. Chalo. So यहाँ पे, or it is on cash basis. Okay. So if he has not paid, he will not get deduction. Okay. He'll have to pay that amount. Okay. And he'll get the deduction. Chalo. So first thing is, now this is category A. ठीक है, simple है, बहुत simple में मैं आपको बताऊंगा. There is lots of information written here, but you don't need all that. ठीक है, so I'll only focus on those things which you really require. Okay, so applicable to individual and HUF. So category A is individual and HUF. Category B is only individual. Okay, ठीक है. So here LIC premium. First one is LIC premium. Okay, just remember it's a LIC premium. Life policy or endowment policy. Endowment policy is also a long-term policy. When some risk happens, you get that back. Endowment policy. So basically, you just remember life in LIC premium. Okay, payment of LIC premium. Okay, and who for whom he can pay? The individual. So for an individual, he can pay for himself, spouse, and child. Okay, himself, spouse, and child. And child here can be major or minor. Remember, that's one thing. Okay, the child can be 50 years old also. Okay. If the LIC premium is being paid by his father, okay, so he can pay for his son who is 50 years old, right? So child can be major or minor. So just remember here, this is we're talking about a nuclear family, himself, spouse, and child. Okay, or HUF, any member of the HUF, you can pay for any member and you will get deduction. Okay, so क्या हमने देखे यहाँ पे, here for LIC premium, ठीक है, LIC premium you are paying for himself, spouse, and child, or if it's HUF, then any member of the HUF. ठीक है, okay. And second thing यहाँ पे बस याद रखना है, this maximum limit means, okay, there is a limit, only up to that limit you will get deduction. Here see there are 3 dates, these are all old, this is up to 2012, 12, 13. ठीक है, don't focus on these things that much. ठीक है, focus on this one, ये वाला, on or after 1/4/2013. This is our current one. Okay, ठीक है, this is what is going on now, ये वाला. ठीक है, so maximum limit is this much % of sum assured. So if you have seen a LIC policy, you would be seeing that there is something called a sum assured. ठीक है, वहां आपका क्या होता है, called a sum assured. So उसमें जो है, what is that? When the person dies, ठीक है, or when the policy is completed, you will get that much money. So that's called a sum assured. ठीक है, so यहाँ पे ये बोल रहा है कि इसमें just divided into 2 parts. One is if the person is disabled, ठीक है, इज ही अ डिसेबल्ड पर्सन, ओके, और ही इज अ नॉन डिसेबल्ड नॉर्मल पर्सन, ठीक है. फॉर डिसेबल्ड पर्सन up to 15% of sum assured you can pay the premium. You will get deduction up to 15% of sum assured. So if you are in your policy, the sum assured is 1 lakh, okay, then 15% is 15,000. If you pay policy premium up to 15,000, you will get deduction. If you pay 16,000, you will get deduction up to 15,000. Okay, that's what it means. यहाँ पे it is normal cases, it is 10%. ठीक है, ओके. सो जस्ट इतना हमारे लिए इनफ है यहाँ पे. ऑल दिस थिंग्स, लिमिट इज मैक्सिमम लिमिट. ज्यादा पूरा पढ़ने की कोशिश मत कीजिए ना. डोंट ट्राई टू रीड अननेसेसरी थिंग्स ना. ओके, so let's focus on the main things. Okay, so whatever is main I'll be highlighting for you. ठीक है, ये जो disabled है, ठीक है, is suffering from a disability specified in 80 DDB. When we go to 80 DDB, I'll just show you that list of disabilities. ठीक है. So basically यहाँ पे for at this point of time just consider this as disabled person. ठीक है. Okay, so it is basically 15% for disabled, 10% of sum assured for normal person. ठीक है. Okay, and then ठीक है. And second thing is when you consider this point, जो है ये बस इतना ही बोल रहा है. ठीक है, when you consider the sum assured, ठीक है, anything which is returnable to you, like in some policies it is that some part of your premium gets returned, ठीक है, that you will not consider. ठीक है. Okay, so any part which you receive as bonus, ठीक है, bonus or anything which is returned, something extra you are getting from them don't add it to your sum assured. ठीक है, just take the sum assured value as it is. Okay, right. So just remember that anything which is returnable in extra compared to the sum assured, that will not be considered. That's all. ठीक है, ये बस इतना ही पॉइंट है. राइट. सो दिस इज, तो ये क्या हमने देखा, LIC प्रीमियम. सेकेंड इज PPF. ठीक है. So you have RPF and SPF also, but that is there for individual. So this is okay for both individual and HUF. ठीक है, इसलिए it is यहाँ पे सिर्फ PPF लिखा है. Okay, but actually all three types of PF is fine. Okay, so यहाँ पे भी subscription to PPF should be in the name of again individual, spouse, child. ठीक है, same as LIC. Okay, any member of HUF. ठीक है, right. So in any case, in general, any premium which you are paying should not be repayment of loan. ठीक है, premium should be premium. This is the general thing. Okay, so chalo, so PPF, contribution to PPF. Okay, दो हो गया. Two things. Third is NSC, National Savings Certificates. Okay, 8th and 9th issue. Okay, it's called as issue 8 and 9 NSC. ठीक है, National Savings Certificates. इसमें भी again, okay, you can claim deduction for your spouse and minor child. Only thing is here you have minor child. Above जो दो हमने देखे थे, what we have seen, LIC and PPF, it is child major or minor, correct? So only thing in NSC is that only for minor child you will get deduction. Okay, if you are paying for in the name of minor child. And if many times NSC policy is bought in joint names, ठीक है, joint names, person who is paying, he will get deduction. ठीक है. And in NSC, any accrued interest, because in NSC also what happens is you will pay amount every year, okay, and you will get at the end. Okay, you'll get whenever it expires, whatever it is, say 5 years, 8 years, or whatever. Okay, is the term of that. ठीक है. So definitely every year you have some accrued interest which is not paid to you. ठीक है. So the accrued interest is also treated as if it is reinvested. ठीक है. ठीक है. Deduction is also available on accrued interest. Okay, up to the penultimate year of lock-in period. क्यों penultimate year? That is, penultimate year means 1 year before the last year. Why? Because in the last year you will get the whole money in hand, right? So that's why deduction you can get only till 1 year before. ठीक है. So यहाँ तक क्या था, बिल्कुल भी simple. एनएससी में क्या हमने देखा था, जॉइंट नेम्स, whoever pays he gets, then spouse and minor child you will get if you are buying in their name, only it is minor child here. ठीक है, and accrued interest is treated as amount reinvested. ठीक है, तीन चीज हो गए, सिंपल, वेरी सिंपल, राइट? till now next is your UTI. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट मेजर इन्वेस्टमेंट का जो थिंग है, ओके, दैट इज UTI. ठीक, सो यूनिट्स ऑफ UTI. सो UTI का एक प्लान है व्हिच इज यूनिट लिंक्ड इंश्योरेंस प्लान, ULIP. ओके, सो ULIP ऑफ UTI. ठीक है, और यू कैन बाय ULIP ऑफ LIC म्यूचुअल फंड ऑल्सो. ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है, इसको, इसका नाम था, इट वाज नोन एज धनरक्षा. धनरक्षा वाज द नेम ऑफ इट. ठीक है, और तो यानी नेक्स्ट इज कंट्रीब्यूशन टू ULIP ऑफ UTI और LIC. ठीक है, LIC तो पहले ही था, बस इतना ही है, ये सेम है, इट्स ऑल सेम. ओके, इंडिविजुअल, स्पाउस एंड चाइल्ड एंड HUF एनी मेंबर, सो नथिंग इज देयर. ठीक है, चार हो गया हमारा. ओके, सो नेक्स्ट इज एन्युटी प्लान. ठीक है, you are paying an amount so that after a particular year you will get annuities, every year you will get money. ठीक है, some paid for notified annuity plan of LIC. This is also LIC or any other insurer. So just remember, यहाँ पे notified annuity plan आ गया आपको. See, they not expect you to remember all the names, internal things and all. Okay, ठीक है, so they will tell you that it is notified, things like that. Okay, समझ गए ना? So notified annuity plan of LIC or other insurer. Right? हो गया 5. Okay, 5 is clear. चलो, then तभी हम we are talking about UTI. ठीक है, so UTI is basically kind of a mutual fund. UTI is a mutual fund. Here subscription to notified units of specified mutual fund. ठीक है, म्यूचुअल फंड अंडर 1023D. ठीक है, यहाँ पे बस इतना याद रखना है आपको. ओके, सो नोटिफाइड यूनिट्स ऑफ अ स्पेसिफाइड म्यूचुअल फंड, इतना ही आपको वर्ड्स आ गए ना, नोटिफाइड यूनिट्स और स्पेसिफाइड, दिस वर्ड इज देयर, देन यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड दैट. ओके, इट इज डिडक्टेबल. ओके, यहाँ पे जो स्कीम का नाम है इक्विटी लिंक्ड सेविंग स्कीम 2005. Okay, this is the name of this. And next thing is NHB, National Housing Bank. So this bank, whatever money people deposit in it, that is used for house building purposes. Okay, it's basically used for house building purposes. So whatever, say whatever amount you have deposited with this bank, okay, for that also you will get deduction. Subscription to home loan account scheme or notified pension fund of नेशनल हाउसिंग बैंक. तो यहाँ पे की क्या है, क्या याद रखना है आपको, NHB. इफ देयर इज एनीथिंग अबाउट NHB, नेशनल हाउसिंग बैंक की अगर बात हो गई, ठीक है, इधर ये होम लोन अकाउंट स्कीम और नोटिफाइड पेंशन फंड, अगेन इफ नोटिफाइड इज देयर आप तो यू कैन जस्ट गो फॉर इट डायरेक्टली, बट NHB का नाम आ गया ना, समझ लेना, दिस इज अलाउएबल. ओके, NHB वाला, द नेम इज नेशनल हाउसिंग बैंक टैक्स सेविंग टर्म डिपॉजिट स्कीम 2008. ठीक है, ये क्या लिस्ट हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं, वी आर जस्ट सेइंग इन these things if you deposit money, okay, you will get a deduction. Okay, ये सारी चीजों में आप पैसे डिपॉजिट करोगे तो you will get a deduction, right? Next is notified deposit scheme. ठीक है, ऐसा कोई भी जो आएगा ना, सब्सक्रिप्शन टू नोटिफाइड डिपॉजिट स्कीम, राइट? ये जो क्या होता है, ये सब है this public sector companies engaged in providing finance for construction purchase of houses. ठीक है, ये भी है authority constituted in India for need, for satisfying need for housing accommodation. So basically ये लोग जो housing field में काम कर रहे हैं, they are working in housing field. Okay, ये इतने डिटेल में आपसे एक्सपेक्टेड नहीं रहेगा कि ये आएगा. ओके, so बस notified deposit scheme आ गया और something related to housing they have put, so समझ लेना कि it is okay. ठीक है, ओके, और ये सेक्शन वगैरह तो बिल्कुल सोचने की जरूरत नहीं, डोंट इवन थिंक ऑफ दिस सेक्शन. ओके, समझ गए, ये हो गया, समझ गए ना? अब ये नेक्स्ट वाला जो है, So this is payment for purchase or construction of residential house property. ठीक है, purchase or construction of residential house property. Okay, तो residential house property is always chargeable to tax under income from house property. मतलब should not be a commercial property. That's what they are saying. ठीक है, so purchase or construction of residential house property, इसमें दो components होते हैं, right? One is your capital component, one is your interest component. So in interest component we get in house property, correct? ठीक है, that pre-construction period interest and post-construction period interest, okay, that you get for interest. So this is here you get for the capital component which you are repaying, okay? ठीक है, तो चलो ये जितना भी इंस्टॉलमेंट वगैरह है, इंस्टॉलमेंट एंड ऑल, और स्कीम ऑफ डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी, हाउसिंग बोर्ड, अदर अथॉरिटी एंगेज्ड इन द construction of houses, all these things, okay? Installments due to any company, cooperative society, ठीक है, and SSC is getting house from the company here, ठीक है, it's like a house building scheme. There are many things in this, ठीक है, ये किस किस में मिलेगा सब बता रहा है, okay? So repayment of amount borrowed by SSC from specified person. So if you have taken a loan from a specified person, ठीक है, specified person ये right side में हमको दिया है, okay? We'll just see the list of specified person, okay? So repayment of loan you will get, and then yeah, stamp duty registration fee also you get deduction, ठीक है, ये सारी चीजें हैं यहाँ पे. So just remember you are paying for purchase or construction of a residential house property. This is the main thing, okay? इसका capital component you will get, ठीक है. यहाँ पे main specified person for whom to whom you should pay the amount is what? Again you have got these things, ये सारी जो हमारी known है, CGSG, any bank including cooperative bank, okay? So National Housing Bank, now you get for private banks also, ठीक है, and life insurance corporate LIC, right? ठीक है, public company formed and registered in India for the purpose of providing long-term finance for construction of houses, what we have seen earlier, ठीक है. और यहाँ पे any company public or substantially interested or cooperative society, ठीक है, which is engaged in business of financing the construction of houses, ठीक है. Anyone who is in the housing business, you have taken a loan from them, okay, so that is okay, ठीक है. ये सारी चीजें आपकी है, specified person, ये सब list आपको याद नहीं करना है, okay? You don't have to learn any of these things. You only have, इसमें आएगा कैसे आपको? Only short thing will come here, ठीक है. This is like payment made for capital component for residential house to a specified person, like that they'll give, ठीक है, so that you can just make up your mind whether to take or not, ठीक है. Okay, employer, ठीक है, employer अगर loan दे रहा है, if employer is a authority board or corporation, otherwise if you're going to bank there is no question, okay? For any bank you are taking loan you will get a deduction, ठीक है. So then again ये दोनों point है, these are about employers, ठीक है, you will get from employer, not any employer, ठीक है. employer में आपको या तो it should be a board, authority, corporation, okay, or it's a public company or public sector company, ठीक है, okay. ये सब कुछ मेन चीजें हैं, और इसमें देखिए जैसे मैं बोल रहा हूँ ये सब इतना सारा आपको जरूरत नहीं, ओके, ठीक है. तो आई हैव जस्ट क्विकली टेकन यू थ्रू व्हाट इज इट वगैरह, ठीक है. बट व्हाट यू विल हैव टू डू, यहाँ पे बस आपको ये याद रखना है, पेमेंट फॉर कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ हाउस, ठीक है, कैपिटल कंपोनेंट ऑफ पेमेंट यू विल गेट डिडक्शन. जस्ट रिमेंबर द मेन थिंग, CGSG, LIC, NHB, नेशनल हाउसिंग बैंक, ठीक है, और एनी अदर बैंक, ओके. These are the main things you have to remember in this, ठीक है. Then of course deduction allowable under section 24 house property, for that it is nothing will be allowable here because no double deduction, correct, ठीक है. commercial property के लिए it is not allowed, only for residential property, ठीक है. and the loan should be only for construction, okay, it's not allowed for repair, alteration, renovation, all that, for that it is not applicable, okay. कंस्ट्रक्शन और परचेज बस इतना ही है, ठीक है, समझ गए. सो बस उसको जो पॉइंट नंबर 9 है which we saw earlier, यहाँ पे ये इसमें यू ओनली हैव टू, इसको आपको ध्यान में रखो कि जस्ट कीप इट इन माइंड इन अ समराइज्ड वे दिस वन, ठीक है। इसके पूरा इसमें सब जाने की जरूरत नहीं है, जस्ट रिमेंबर दिस पार्ट, ओके, एंड रिमेंबर दीज थिंग्स, ये मेन, ओके, दैट्स ऑल। जो whatever they will ask also, it will be in summarized form only, okay. Nobody will expect you to kind of mug up these tables, ठीक है, okay. So chalo then 10 amount invested in debentures or equity shares in an eligible issue of capital, ठीक है, और eligible issue of capital of public financial institution, ठीक है। So यहाँ पे जो है you are in here इस पॉइंट में you are investing amount, ठीक है, in shares or debentures, ठीक है, okay, shares and debentures, okay, of a company or of an eligible financial institution, ठीक है। और यहाँ पे you can invest it in a mutual fund also, ठीक है, यहाँ पे you can invest it in a mutual fund also. Only thing is this mutual fund should invest completely in these shares, okay, or in this capital, ठीक है। अगर ये म्यूचुअल फंड इज इन्वेस्टिंग फुल्ली इन ए और बी, देन दिस इज आल्सो फाइन, म्यूचुअल फंड आल्सो। यानी क्या हम बोल रहे हैं यहाँ पे, व्हाट इज यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग इन, ठीक है, इक्विटी शेयर्स और डिबेंचर्स ऑफ एलिजिबल इश्यू, ओके, और of a company or a public financial institution, ठीक है। So what they are doing is they are in a business referred to in 80IA, okay. इसका मतलब है they are in infrastructure business, ठीक है। So IA is infrastructure business, that is they are doing either construction of road, building of highways, okay, building of bridges, dams, ठीक है, those kind of things इसमें आता है, ठीक है। तो ये याद रखना है, जस्ट यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग इन डिबेंचर्स, इक्विटी शेयर्स ऑफ एलिजिबल इश्यू ऑफ कैपिटल, एलिजिबल पब्लिक फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन और म्यूचुअल फंड विच इज इन्वेस्टिंग इन दिस। ये सारा चीज अगर ये आ गया ना, दिस मच यू नो, ठीक है, ओके, फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ बिजनेस इन 80I, बस इतना ही चाहिए हमको, ओके। दिस इज दैट, देन यू कैन ऑलवेज गो अहेड विद इट। सी वेयर the word eligible comes, no, ये आपके लिए this is the biggest hint that you can take it, you can go for it. They are themselves saying that it is eligible for deduction, okay. So chalo 10 and 11 is over, okay, both 10 and 11 belong to the same thing. चलो, and then investment, अच्छा ये जो है आपका टर्म डिपॉजिट या शेड्यूल बैंक, ठीक है। हम लोग का ये रहता है ना फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट्स, okay, earlier there were only fixed deposits of 5 years, ठीक है। Nowadays for many banks they give lesser term fixed deposits also. Earlier it was only for 5 years. So we are talking about here investment in fixed deposits called as term deposit of 5 years or more with a scheduled bank, ठीक है। आप fixed deposit अगर करोगे, okay, and that scheme will be framed and notified by CG, ठीक है, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, ठीक है। So fixed deposit or 5 years or more notified by CG, okay. Similarly here you have post office में भी ऐसा हुआ करता था, I don't know whether you know or not, okay, 5-year time deposit in post office account. Post office also used to have, they used to have something called Kisan Vikas Patra. 1 minute, I'm just putting my charger. Okay, so it used to be called as Kisan Vikas Patra, ठीक है, whatever be the name, तो ये दोनों सेम ही चीज, दिस इज इन शेड्यूल्ड बैंक, इट इज द सेम थिंग इफ यू आर ओपनिंग इन पोस्ट ऑफिस, ठीक है, ये दोनों सेम चीजें हैं, ओके। एंड देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड सीनियर सिटीजन सेविंग स्कीम, ठीक है। इफ दे आर सेइंग यू हैव इन्वेस्टेड इन सीनियर सिटीजन सेविंग स्कीम, बिल्कुल क्लोज योर आईज एंड टेक इट, ठीक है। And this is notified bond. When the name notified comes, you can take it directly, and of course it is NABARD, okay. Notified bonds of NABARD, take it, okay, you can invest in it. चलो ठीक है, समझ में आ गया, till 15 it is over. You now know what is the part you have to remember from this, ठीक है, okay, just remember that much, whatever I am telling you, okay. you will easily be able to solve the full thing. ठीक है. Now so वो हो गया हमारा what till now till 15 what we were doing applicable to individual and HUF. Now these things are applicable only to individual. ठीक है. Okay. So now individual also there is an annuity plan. ठीक है. Okay. Non-commutable means you cannot withdraw from it. That is the meaning of non-commutable. ठीक है. Basically an annuity plan for individual. Again, you can take in for the name of individual, spouse and child. ठीक है. And you cannot take out any money during the lifetime of the annuity policy or whatever you say. I mean the annuity scheme. ठीक है. So annuity जब तक आपका चल रहा है, so you have to pay that annuity, let us say for 15 years. ठीक है. So you will pay for 15 years and the condition is that you will get that annuity pension kind of thing from 60 years onwards. So that is the condition. ठीक है. So as long as you are paying it, you cannot withdraw anything. That is the second condition. ठीक है. So no withdrawal. यहाँ पे भी बोल दिया गया ना, it's non-commutable. You cannot withdraw. So this point basically हमको जरूरत भी नहीं, we don't need it. Okay. So यहाँ पे basically what did we see? Payment to annuity. ठीक है. Annuity scheme can be in the name of individual, spouse or child. You cannot withdraw in between. ठीक है. That's it. Done. And then this is only for government employee. Okay. This is only from government employee. Okay. It's a sum deducted from his salary. Okay. For deferred annuity for his wife or children. Okay. Okay. So it's a government scheme only for government employees to provide similar annuity. यहाँ पे जो annuity है, similarly only for government. So here till 20% of salary you can get deduction in 0.2. Okay, right? So and then third is your SPF and RPF, statutory provident fund and public provident fund. I told you that this will come in individual only, right? Okay. So this is also okay. You will get deduction under 80C. Okay, for whatever amount you are contributing towards SPF and RPF, right? Okay. Then contribution to approved superannuation fund. Approved superannuation fund is very much like an RPF. Okay. It's an RPF. It's a separate scheme of RPF. Okay, which is framed by the employer, which will have either similar, equal benefits as RPF or better benefits. Okay, and it will be given approval by the income tax commissioner. Okay, CIT, commissioner of income tax. Okay. So chalo here made towards an approved superannuation fund. चलो ये हो गया हमारा. So then next is this is subscription to notified government security. ठीक है. और notified word आ गया ना. It says notified government security. Any notified thing is coming, don't worry, just take it. ठीक है. Yeah, this is actually Sukanya Samriddhi account. How many of you would have heard of it? I don't know, but it is quite a famous one called Sukanya Samriddhi. It's Samriddhi scheme. It is taken for girls. Okay, girl child. Okay, so subscription can be in name of either the individual who is taking it or any girl child. Okay, right? Or any legal guardian of the girl child. Okay. If there is any legal guardian of the girl child, then it can be in his name also. Okay. Chalo, this is about Sukanya Samriddhi scheme. Just remember this. Okay. Or your notified word is your key. Okay. Notified is coming, then you don't have to worry. Chalo. Okay. Then this is notified pension from fund. ठीक है. यहाँ पे notified word आ गया, तो आपको सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है. You will take it directly. ठीक है. Notified pension fund. Okay. किसी का भी हो, whatever notified is there, take it. Okay. Then this is tuition fee. Tuition means our not private tuition. It is like for colleges and for schools and all, you have to pay money, right? You have to pay fees. ठीक है, colleges and all. So tuition fee is basically that fee which the colleges take for education. Okay. They can also take donation. So this is donation is not allowed. Only the tuition fees are allowed. Okay. Tuition fee for by any educational institution, school, college, whatever. Okay. But it should be full-time education. Full-time education, any tuition fee. Okay. You can pay at the time of admission later, no problem. Okay. Many times, many people pay it in installments. Okay. That is also fine. Donation not allowable. Okay. Okay. So yeah, the private tuition fee is not covered. Private tuition means coaching and all what you take, but that is not allowed here. Okay. So yeah, so basically 7 point में क्या था, what did we see? This school college tuition fee. Okay, school college fee. Okay, for that you will get deduction. It should be a full-time education. That's all. Done. Okay, and there is restriction on number of children. Only for 2 children you can claim. Okay, not more than 2 children. So ये भी हो गया. Then almost we are at the end now. This section का. So this one is the biggest section. ठीक है, 80C. After that it will be smaller. ठीक है. As and how we move ahead, it will become smaller and smaller. ठीक है. So then it is NPS. ठीक है, contribution to NPS. If NPS comes, right, and this one is an NPS tier 2 account. ठीक है, NPS tier 2 account. Okay. So for a fixed period of not less than 3 years by an employee of the central. This is for central government employee only. Okay. Okay. NPS tier 2 account for central government employees. If contribution is made for 3 years at least, then okay, they will get deduction. Okay. So ये भी आ गया. In other words, NPS का नाम आ रहा है. NPS word is coming, contribution. You can just take it. Okay. We'll deal with NPS in 80CCD. ठीक है, तो उसमें आप देख लेना. This part is only this NPS tier 2 account is only for government they are talking about. Only for central government. For general, we'll talk about it. It has a separate section. Okay. तो चलो, so ये हो गया. That's it. ठीक है, तो I've just told you what are the keywords you need to remember, right? Just remember those keywords and you can identify like that. Just no need to mug up all the tables and all. You will not be able to do it as well. Okay, right? So now, so we have already seen where deduction is not available. Those 3 cases. Okay, long-term capital gain, short-term capital gain under 101A, 111 capital A. Okay, and your casual income. Okay, right? And you have to pay it on cash basis. Okay, if you pay only, then you will get deduction. Whatever be your basis of accounting, only if you pay you will get deduction. Cash basis only, right? So चलो अब देखते कि whatever we have seen above, ठीक है, what will be the quantum of deduction? Okay, how much? The deduction will be up to 1,50,000 for all these, whatever you invest. Okay, you invest 5 lakhs and all these things together, but deduction will be only 1,50,000. Okay, remember this, deduction will be up to 1,50,000. ठीक है, तो चलो अभी now we'll just do 2 examples. Now first one is calculate amount under 80C. ठीक है, so gross total income, there are 4 different people here. Okay, so then gross total income is this. Last one is minus 30, so it's a loss, right? ठीक है, so then amount invested in the above schemes. ठीक है, whatever we have seen in 80C specified items. Okay, here it is 175. Tell me what is gross total income? 520. What he has invested? 175, but he will get up to a maximum of 1,50,000. Okay, so this is actually in thousands. Okay, the thousands mein, so 175 means 1,75,000. Okay, so इसीलिए deduction will be limited to 150. Clear? The second case mein, you have 150 is the gross total income. Okay, 70 is what you have invested, so you'll get full 70. Okay, third is 90 is your gross total income. Okay, 90 is your gross total income. and you have invested more than 90, but यहाँ पे मैंने बोला it will be limited to always. Very first thing we studied in this chapter, that whatever you invest, you can never go beyond your gross total income. It will be limited to your gross total income. Okay, so here even though your income investment is 100, you will only get 90. Okay, so you cannot exceed your gross total income. Okay, it can only become zero, it will not become negative. Okay, okay. So yeah, means these deductions will not make it negative. Okay? As it is, it can be. Okay, this deduction, so you will get only up to the gross total income amount. Okay, okay, not more than that. Last thing is gross total income already is negative now. Okay, so you will not get any deduction. Okay, so once the gross total, till the gross total is zero, till that point only you will get deduction. Okay, once it has reached zero, after that you will not get any deduction. Okay, okay, इसलिए यहाँ पे it is nil. चलो इस वन एंड देन चलो टू और एक कर लेते हैं एंड यार ठीक है. This is the kind of problems you will get. Okay, calculate the amount of deduction under 80C. Okay, अब देखो क्या क्या है. What are given? Payment of LIC premium. Okay, eligible, right? And LIC, so individually you don't have to see the limit now. First, if he has invested in many things, just take everything which is allowable. In the end, you can see, okay, how much is the limit. Okay, okay. Payment of LIC premium is this much, A to G. Okay, this many people are there. Now they have given you policy amount. Okay, this is the sum assured. Remember, okay, sum assured hai. So we have seen that for a normal individual, 10 to 10% only you can pay LIC premium. Okay, what you have to do, the pink line which I have drawn here, okay, just take 10% of all this. Okay, so that will be the figure. Over that, your green line figures cannot go over that. Okay, that is, for example, LIC policy here. Okay, LIC policy is 80,000 is 80,000. Okay, in thousands, right? So chalo maybe so it's 80 means you 10% will be 8. Okay, so this is 8, so you have paid up to 5, so you are fine. So this you can take fully 5. Okay, in the second case it is 70. So what is 10%? 7, and you have paid 8. It's more than 7, so you will only get 7. Okay, got it? Similarly, you will have to compute for this, the entire line. इसलिए ये वाला जो line है for LIC premium, okay, just make sure that you do not go above your sum assured. Okay, only for this. Apart from this, just take everything as it is. NSC, repayment of housing loan, ULIP, school fee paid for one child, amount deposited in PPF, notified units of mutual fund. Okay, notified word is there. This is what I was saying. Just if notified word is there, just take it. Don't worry. Okay. So these are the things. So now all these you will add. Okay. So we'll add all these. Okay. For each of them, add these fully. कहाँ से कहाँ? Add it from here to here fully. Okay. Whole thing for all of them. Okay. All this you can add. Okay. And for the first line, what we will do is, as we had discussed, okay, we'll see 10% of the sum assured, which is the policy amount. Based on that, we will take it. Okay. Chalo, now we'll go down. Okay. Yeah, they've also given that total income consists income under the head PGBP only. Okay. So you do not have those three things. That's the meaning of it. Okay. So chalo here. Calculation of deduction कैसे करेंगे? यहाँ पे for LIC premium to the maximum of 10% of policy. ठीक है? So here पहले केस में 5, second केस में I told you it will be only till 7. ठीक है? एक दो और कर देता हूँ मैं, C and D. Okay, let's go up. C and D. So this will be how much? 5. 10% of 50 is 5. So you'll get up to 5 only. Okay. For D it is 4, so we'll get 4 only. 5 and 4, correct? For C and D, going down, see here 5 and 4. Okay, this is how ये करना है आपको. And यहाँ तो जो next things from year to year is just a copy paste from the problem. Okay, just a copy paste from the problem. ठीक है, just आपको ले लेना है पूरा and then add all of these. ठीक है, now you will add this. ठीक है, if you add this, ठीक है, add all of this like that. ठीक है, तो हमको क्या मिलेगा? We'll get this. ये हो गया. This is our total amount which we are getting. So what is this total? This is the total investment this person is doing. So A is doing investment of 120,000 here. Okay, ठीक है. And now gross total income is also given in the problem. So let us put it in green. Gross total income. This is your gross total income. Okay, ठीक है. So now what we are going to consider. ठीक है, now आपको हमको क्या करना है? Now we'll find out deduction under 80C. Okay, so for this consider these two now. The green line says total in gross total income. It's 3,70,000 that is, and 120 is the investment. So we'll get 120 here. Here gross total income. ठीक है, second case में gross total income is how much? 180, and he has invested 187. Okay, ठीक है. So he cannot go, first of all, he cannot go more than 180. But then even if it is 180, even if you would have invested 180, deduction will be limited to 150. That's why it's 150. इस केस में, थर्ड केस में 109 straightforward. Okay, fourth case में 55 is the investment, straightforward, he'll get 55. Fifth case में 104 is the investment, 104. Sixth case में 201 is the investment. Okay, so he'll get 150 only, right? Last case, in the last case, 75 is the gross total income, 107 is the investment. So investment will be limited to gross total income, which is why he'll get only 75. Okay, understood? ठीक है, और बस यही एक है, लास्ट पार्ट है इसमें जो हमको देखना है, लास्ट स्मॉल पार्ट. ठीक है, some lock-in periods are there. ठीक है, for LIC, okay, you cannot surrender it unless premium of 2 years has been paid. ठीक है, okay, so if you surrender it before paying premium of 2 years, any deduction which you get will get reversed. ठीक है, so lock-in period is 2 years, right? So you have to pay premium on the policy for at least 2 years. ठीक है, for housing loan, any housing loan is there, you cannot transfer before 5 years. Okay, from the end of the financial year when you got possession. So from the year of possession, end of the year of possession, for 5 years you cannot transfer, okay, the house. Okay, you're using housing loan to buy a house, right? So that house cannot be transferred for 5 years, remember that. Okay, ULIP also. Okay, for 5 years you have to pay. ठीक है, so you have to pay for a continuous 5 years. ये बस कुछ ही चीजें जो आपको याद रखना है. You have to just remember the lock-in period. Only there for LIC, housing loan, okay, and ULIP. ठीक है, okay, and both these are 5 years. Okay, ये याद रखना है. और shares debentures of infrastructure company. Okay, okay, so you cannot sell such shares for infrastructure, power, or power company mutual fund, okay, within 3 years from the date, okay, when your name has entered the register of members. Okay, so yeah, इसका मतलब ये है, when you are buying the investing in shares or debentures of infrastructure company, power company, or mutual fund, after that your name will be entered as member, right? So when the date when your name is entered as member, from that date for 3 years you cannot transfer the shares or debentures. Okay, बस इतना ही है इसका lock-in period. So कुछ ही little bit of lock-in periods that you have to remember. Okay, चलो ये last में हमारा last thing is for this senior citizen saving scheme or post office time deposit. Okay, 5 years is the lock-in period. Okay. After you've invested, okay, so you should not withdraw before expiry of 5 years. ठीक है, यानी 5 साल कर, तो ये सब ये होता है, ये जो 5 years है पोस्ट ऑफिस, सिमिलर इज जो scheduled bank also you can open, right? So that is also you cannot withdraw in between. ठीक है, these are all tax saving schemes. Even the private banks give tax saving schemes. ठीक है, तो उसमें the condition is you cannot withdraw in between. ठीक है, so चलो, for year senior citizen saving scheme and post office time deposit, 5 years you cannot withdraw. ठीक है, और what will happen if you withdraw before the lock-in period? Whatever deduction you have got, that will be taxable. Whenever you have violated it in that year, okay, all earlier deductions will be taxable. ठीक है, तो ये होगा इसमें. So next में हम जाएंगे, अभी ये हो गया हमारा पैरा. This is the biggest section. Okay, others will be smaller than this. Next is deduction under section 80C for contribution to pension fund. ठीक है, this is for contribution to pension fund. So similar deduction is there in 80C also. ठीक है, इसीलिए there is a condition in this that if you have opted for this deduction, you cannot take the same deduction under 80C. ठीक है, so 80C also has contribution to pension fund, correct? Okay, so here applicable to individual. ठीक है, this is applicable only to individual irrespective of residential status or citizenship. ठीक है, so any resident, any citizen, any residential status, no problem, they can go for this. ठीक है, condition, this amount is paid under annuity plan. ठीक है, annuity plan of LIC or any other insurer. ठीक है, this is an annuity plan for receiving pension basically. ठीक है, so either it can be received yearly or monthly. This is a pension plan. ठीक है, name itself is pension fund here. ठीक है, so amount क्या है? Amount paid to LIC or other insurer है. Okay, and payment out of taxable income means it's not that the taxable income should be of this year only. It's basically his earned income. ठीक है, जो भी income है, it's okay if it has been taxed before. ठीक है, so payment should not be out of exempt income. This is what they mean. ठीक है, चलो, ये तो this is the general condition, and deduction for this also is up to 1,50,000. Okay, कितना deduction है? 1,50,000. ठीक है, and here whatever interest or bonus is accruing, ठीक है, interest or bonus is accruing, for that you will not get additional deduction. ठीक है, and if you are withdrawing from this fund, okay, it will be taxable in the hands of the recipient. ठीक है, if you are withdrawing, okay, from this fund, ठीक है, or maybe you have, if you have paid it till the end, and then when you have started receiving pension, your pension will be taxable. Okay, right? In normal cases also, uncommuted pension is always taxable, correct? So pension received will be taxable, or any other amount later on which has been received from the fund, that will be taxable. ठीक है, so interest, bonus, everything will be taxable. Okay, whatever money you are receiving from the fund, that will be taxable, whether it is as pension or as interest, bonus. Okay, ठीक है, if you are withdrawing lump sum also, then also it will be taxable. Okay, so 80C and 80CCC, ठीक है, you cannot claim both at a time. If you have claimed under 80CCC, ठीक है, so for the same amount you cannot take 80C. ठीक है, the reason being कि 80C also gives you deduction for pension fund. ठीक है, so now next one is 80CCD, next section. This is contribution to pension scheme. Okay, this is also pension. Okay, अभी बात हमारी, we are talking about annuity kind of thing. Okay, this is also contribution to pension scheme. It's called as new pension scheme, new pension system, or Atal pension yojana. ठीक है, there are two schemes, new pension system and Atal pension yojana. ठीक है, So it is a pension scheme of central government, notified by central government. Okay. So SSC will have to pay amounts every year. Okay. And after a certain age, he'll start getting pensions. Same thing. Same as the last one, but this is a different scheme. That's all. Okay. So इसमें how the taxation is done, I'll show you. ठीक है, इसमें जो है one section is 80 CCD1. Okay, subsection 1 for salaried person. Okay, lower of the following will be deductible. Take a list of the following. One is amount that you paid, okay, or 10% of salary. Salary is basic plus DA if. Okay, basic salary plus DA if forming part of salary for retirement benefits. Okay, commission is not, only basic plus DA if. Okay, just remember that. यहाँ पे lower of amount paid or 10% of salary. Okay, so this you will take, you will get the amount, lower amount here, and then your employer will also contribute. Okay, employer will also contribute this same amount, 10% of salary. Okay, maximum of 10% of salary, up to 10% will come here, and whatever employer has contributed. Okay, not more than 10% of employee's salary. Salary is what? Basic plus DA if. Okay, this 10% will become 14% for if contribution is made by central government. So if he is a central government employee, 10% can be increased to 14%. Okay. Okay. Of his salary in the previous year. Okay. ये हो गया आपका. Then this is employer's contribution. This part is employer's contribution. Add these two, you'll get the amount of deduction. Okay. What we have done, first taken the employee's contribution, which was lower of amount paid, 10% of salary. Lower of these two, you got this. Then you took employer's contribution, 10% of salary. Okay, 14% if it is central government employee. Okay. Okay. So then you put it here. Okay. Then add these two. This is employee's contribution, employer's contribution, and you will get the total deduction. Okay, that's all. So this is for a salaried individual, correct? Person who is salaried. So person who is not salaried, the salaried person is getting 10% here and 10% here, right? If he's not salaried, then he should get 20%, correct? Right? So which is why for other individual, it is amount paid or 20% of gross total income, because he will not have salary, right? What he'll have is gross total income. So in this case, for other individual, okay, lower of amount paid and 20% of GTI. Okay, lower of the two will be taken. He will not have employer's contribution anyway, so this will be his deduction. Okay. Okay. And now there is an additional deduction. So this is one part. Okay. So either you will be non-salaried or you will be salaried above what we have said. Only you will be one of the two, correct? You cannot be both at the same time. Okay. So these two, only one of the two you will get. Right. Now there is an additional deduction here. 80 CCD 1B. Okay. This is an additional CCD. This is an additional deduction. Okay. Lower of contribution. Okay. Contribution made by individual. It will be other than what he has contributed above. Okay. Not the same amount what he has contributed above here. Okay. So contribution and 50,000. So up to 50,000, there is an additional deduction of 80 CCD 1B. Okay. Okay. So then salary, I've told you it's basic plus DA if. Okay. Okay. So if you have if you withdraw from this, okay. So if you're withdrawing from this, it will be taxable. Okay. Okay. If you withdraw from this, or you are receiving pension will be taxable. If you're withdrawing any lump sum amount, that will be taxable. ओके, ठीक है, दैट विल बी टैक्सेबल। वही है ये पॉइंट, और कुछ दम नहीं है इसका। यू आर विड्रॉइंग, इट विल बी टैक्सेबल। और whenever you are getting pension, it will be taxable, ठीक है। Uncommuted pension is taxable in general cases also, even for central government employees, right? So when you receive pension, it will be taxable, ठीक है। Now when it is now जो taxable है, इसमें there is some exemption for your taxability, ठीक है। जो taxable जो मैंने बोला था इसमें, तो here, ठीक है, 60%, ठीक है, of the amount will be exempt. If whenever he is withdrawing the money, okay, whenever he is withdrawing the money, ठीक है, he is opting out of the pension scheme, closing the pension account and withdrawing the money, then 60% of amount will be exempt, 40% will be taxable. Remember this, ठीक है। दोनों में से एक याद रखना, 60% will be exempt, remember that, ठीक है। Automatically you can find out what will be taxable, ठीक है। Okay, and also partial withdrawal up to 25%, okay, for that it is exempted. If you want to withdraw up to 25%, you can withdraw, it will not be taxable, okay। At the same time, here we have said 40% will be taxable, right? So but if the amount withdrawn here he is using to purchase another annuity plan, okay, either at this one, your NPS, or some other annuity plan, okay, okay, some other notified annuity plan, if he is purchasing after withdrawing using the same amount, okay, okay, then it will not be taxable. This 40% will not be taxable if the withdrawn amount has been used for purchasing another annuity plan, okay, okay, right? So if the person passes away, okay, if the person passes away, right, and his nominee receives the money out of the pension fund, okay, that will be exempted, ठीक है। वो तो बात हर इसमें है, तो उसमें कुछ नया नहीं है आपके लिए, right? ठीक है। Now this section 80 CCD, this also shall, okay, will not be given along with 80C, ठीक है। When an amount paid or deposited is allowed as deduction, you will not get any deduction allowed under section 80C, ठीक है। Always this one, no, that 50,000 separate was there, right? Here 80 CCD 1B, okay, so this deduction is separate, okay, this you can get even if you have taken deduction under 80C. So this up to 50,000 becomes an additional deduction, okay, but the above one you will not get, okay. Chalo, then okay, so यहाँ पे this section 80 CCE, it is not for any independent deduction. This only tells you, okay, regarding the correlation between 80C, CCC and CCD, okay. So the aggregate deduction, okay, shall not exceed 1,50,000, okay. So the aggregate deduction shall not exceed 1,60,000 for these three sections: 80C, CCC and CCD. Okay. Okay. So here you can see. Okay. So यहाँ पे जो है 80C 1B additional deduction, ठीक है। ये भी जो है ना, this point में थोड़ा आपको I'll just confirm later on, ठीक है। So what I remember last, okay, from what I studied last was कि this is in addition 80 CCD 1B जो है traditional 50,000, okay, that was separate, ठीक है। ये एक पार्ट में आपका I'll confirm it, but as of now यहाँ ये लेके चलेंगे हम कि for all these three, ठीक है, total deduction is shall not exceed 1,50,000, ठीक है। ओके राइट। ये जो तीन हमने देखे, सी 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 डी, ओके, टोटल डिडक्शन शुड नॉट एक्सीड 1,50,000। ओके चलो, सो यहाँ पे चलो ठीक है, ओके। तो ये जो है ना, इसका हम इसका इलस्ट्रेशन करते हैं, ठीक है। इसमें ये पॉइंट क्लियर हो जाएगा। ओके, 50,000 वाला जो है, राइट। सो ये हमारा फॉर्मेट है, ठीक है, ये इसका फॉर्मेट है। वी विल यूज दिस इन द नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम। ओके ठीक है, तो ये जो है, चलिए ये प्रोफॉर्मा मैं आपको ये बता देता हूँ, ठीक है। सो ये दिस इज डिडक्शन अंडर सेक्शन 80C, ठीक है। दिस शुड बी 80CC, ठीक है, ये सी है। सेकेंड वन इज 80CC, ये गलती से उन्होंने जस्ट रिपीटेड एज 80C, ठीक है। दीज टू प्लस 80CCD, ओके। तो ये ठीक है, शायद ये बस मैंने थोड़ा गलत पढ़ लिया था इसको। ओके, दिस अदर देन डिडक्शन इन रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ एम्प्लॉयर्स कंट्रीब्यूशन एंड एडिशनल डिडक्शन। सो दैट्स व्हाट, वही मैं बोल रहा था कि द एडिशनल डिडक्शन इज अलाउड सेपरेटली, दैट 50,000, करेक्ट। सो ये दैट्स व्हाट इट इज रिटन हियर, इट इज 80CCD अदर देन, you know, 80CCD का डिडक्शन, एंड यू शुड लीव आउट व्हाट, एम्प्लॉयर्स कंट्रीब्यूशन एंड दैट 50,000 एडिशनल डिडक्शन, ठीक है। वो दोनों को छोड़ देना है यहाँ पे। ओके, तो वो छोड़ने से, once you leave that is the red line, okay, total of these three, that is 80C, CCC and CCD, total of these three is restricted to 1,50,000. This is what your CCE says. So after this you'll get further deduction of this 50,000, maximum of 50,000, 80CCD 1B, ठीक है। This is what I was telling you, कि this 50,000 you will get deduction other than 1,50,000, ठीक है। ये हो गया आपको 1,50,000। you can, इसके ऊपर में again you can add employers contribution, whatever is your employers contribution, that also you can add, ठीक है। So 1,50,000 for these three sections, and plus above that you will get this additional deduction up to 50,000 and employer's contribution. Okay, so here what you will take in CCD, okay, here whatever what you will take, it will not contain employer's contribution and that additional deduction under 80CCD 1B. Okay, वो दोनों यहाँ पे नहीं रहेगा। Clear हो गया, right? This is clear. So this will become your total exemption. Yeah. Now if you add these two now, this will give you your total deduction. Okay. So चलो अभी प्रॉब्लम्स देखते हैं, we can see. Illustration 3. X completed his studies on 1/4/2021 and got employed by X Limited. ठीक है, so basic 20,000 per month, DA 5,000, forming part, okay, both are per month. Bonus is 50,000 annual. Okay, right. During the year, employer contributed 33,000 to pension scheme, being notified under 80CCD. Okay, 33,000 contributed by employer, right? X also contributed same amount. ठीक है, दोनों ने 33,000 contribute किए हैं for 80CCD. Both employer and X have contributed how much? 33,000. Okay. Now उसके बाद दिया his income from house property is 50,000. So this is the processed amount. Okay, because this problem is mainly meant for showing your 80CCD. ठीक है, so which is why his income from house property is 50,000. This is just your final amount, processed amount. Okay, that is, you don't have to do anything further to compute your house property income, right? And then He also contributed 15,000 to pension plan of LIC. Okay, this pension plan of LIC, okay, which is your 80cc. Okay, pension plan is 80cc, correct? And to PPF 1 lakh and LIC premium 16,000. Both these are 80C, correct? PPF and LIC is 80C. And for LIC premium, policy value is 1,20,000. So this is the sum assured. Only 10% you can get. Okay, 10% of 1,20,000 is how much? 12,000. Okay, so he will not get full 16,000. He will get only 12,000. Okay, for this. Now compute his total income. Chalo. So let's do this and to compute the total income of this person. Okay, so यहाँ पे first income from salaries. Okay, basic 20,000 into 12. Okay, 2,40,000. Bonus was given 50,000 and DA was 5,000 per month into 12, 60,000. Okay, now contribution by employer to pension scheme. Okay, so that is also part of salary. Okay, so contribution to pension scheme you will have to add here in income. Okay, the employer is giving something separate, right? So this is it is nothing but salary. Okay, so just add this 33,000. Now, so add these four, you'll get gross salary. Okay, got gross salary. So now standard deduction is how much? 50,000. So now this minus this gives you 3,33,000. Okay, 3,33,000 is your standard deduction. Then income from house property is the next head, put just below it. As I said, it's a processed amount given to you. Okay, right? So it is 50,000, right? And so add these two, you will get gross total income. Okay. So यहाँ तक आ गए हम. So we know now the gross total income. This is straightforward computation. Okay. So then from gross total income, now we will start taking deductions. Okay. Deductions from gross total income. Okay. So first one will be 80C LIC premium. We said maximum of 10% of policy, correct? So 12,000 he will get, right? He was contributing 16,000, but he will get only 12,000 because 10% of 1,20,000 is 12,000. Okay, and PPF whole amount he'll get 1 lakh. So under 80C, just add these two. You got 1,12,000 under 80C. Next section is 80CCC. Okay. 80CCC amount is given directly 15,000. Take it. Okay. Now we'll compute 80CCD. Okay. This was our main intention here in this problem. Okay. 80CCD. Okay. So what you will do first? Take his own contribution. Okay. Own contribution, he contributed 33,000. Okay. So amount contributed or 10% of salary. So 10% of basic plus DA. Okay. So basic was above we have written 2,40,000. DA was 60,000. Whole thing is forming part of salary. Okay. So 10% of 3 lakhs. That means this one is 10% of 3 lakhs. Correct. That is 30,000. So now, so which is lower, 33,000 or 30,000? 30,000. So 30,000 will come out. Okay. So in 80CCD, you only have to first write this much, just his own contribution. Okay. And his contribution at 10% of salary, whatever is lower, just put it outside. And now add all the amounts of 80C, 80CCC and 80CCD so far. Okay. So add these three, you will get 1,57,000. ठीक है, so this is 1,57,000. यहाँ तक clear है? Okay, it's very simple to clear, right? So now next point is, ठीक है, total deduction under these three cannot exceed 1,50,000. So this 157 will get converted to 1,50,000. Okay. Now you know that after this we can get two more deductions. Sorry, we can we can get apart from this, you can get two more deductions. Apart from this 1,50,000, we can get two more deductions. One is additional deduction of 50,000. Okay. So additional deduction, what you have to do? Any amount which is disallowed here. यहाँ पे कितना is disallow हुआ? 3,000 is disallowed, correct? Here 33,000 and 30,000. Okay. Whichever is lower we took, correct? So how much got disallowed actually from what he has contributed? 3,000. Okay. So this 3,000 he will get in that additional deduction here. Okay. यहाँ पे your additional deduction of 3,000 he will get. Okay. इस तरह से you can get, this is the procedure to take that additional deduction. Okay. Whatever will be disallowed here, यहाँ पे जो है here whatever is going to be disallowed, okay, you can just put it here directly. Okay, as additional deduction. This is one, and then employer's contribution also has to be added here. So 33,000, same thing, employer contribution or 10%. Okay. So this will also be 30,000. Same computation as above. This problem may. Okay. In own contribution, this is the computation, and employer's contribution, this is the contribution computation. Both are same, correct? So whatever will come out here, same thing will come out here also, right? ठीक है, तो अब क्या होगा? अब what you have to do from this 1,50,000 here, just add 3,000 and this 5,000, 30,000. So this 3,000 and 30,000 is your additional deduction. Okay, it is not a part of this 50,000. If you add it, you are going to get 1,83,000. Okay, from gross total income, this is your deductions from gross total income, 1,83,000, and your total your GTI was how much? 3,83,000, correct? GTI was, here see, 3,83,000. Okay, here, okay, 3,83,000 going down minus 1,83,000. Total income is 2 lakhs. Okay, understood? This is how we compute this problem. Problem of deductions will not be very complex. Okay, these problems will be simple if you know, like I've told you here, like how to arrange things. If you know, that will be more than sufficient. Okay. Next is 80D, which is medical insurance premium. ठीक है, मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम मतलब जो हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस हम लोग भरते हैं. ओके, दिस इज नॉट लाइफ इंश्योरेंस, इज हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस. ओके, right? So again, it is for individual or HUF, no problem of residential status or citizenship. Okay, individual or HUF. ठीक है, same as above. Now इसमें there are some conditions. So basically there are यहाँ पे 4 categories है. There are 4 categories. अब थोड़ा ध्यान से आप सुनना, it will be very simple for you. Okay, if you see the table, it will look very big. ठीक है, just listen attentively for 5 minutes. It will be very, very simple for you. Okay, ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे जो है mediclaim, and basically it is payment for health insurance, that is mediclaim और medical checkup. ठीक है, ओके. So ये दोनों चीजों के लिए है. So let us see what is there in first category. ठीक है, so here is category 1. So it is divided into, subdivided into 4 categories SSC year should be an individual. Okay, so you can pay what? Mediclaim insurance premium. Okay, so mediclaim insurance premium. Okay, or contribution to CGHS, Central Government Health Scheme, or other notified health scheme. ठीक है, यहाँ पे either he'll make mediclaim insurance premium, he'll pay mediclaim insurance premium, or pay to CGHS or other notified health scheme. ठीक है, so and third is preventive health checkup expenditure. Okay, जैसे हम ये होता है ना, when you go and do full body checkup and all that. ठीक है, so that all comes under preventive health checkup. ठीक है, any normal checkup also comes under preventive health checkup. ठीक है, so यहाँ पे expenditure on behalf of himself, spouse or dependent children. ठीक है, again ठीक है, यहाँ पे याद रखना है it is dependent children, not minor children. Okay, dependent children means okay, who do not have enough resources to support themselves. Okay, say you are 25 26 years old but still studying, 28 years old, you are doing some higher studies. Okay, so in that case you will be called as dependent child. Okay, so it is यहाँ पे जो clause है, it is dependent children. So चलो, what is reduction you will get here? Lower of, okay, one, first thing will be okay, aggregate of these three. So the premium you have paid or contribution you have made, okay, to CGHS and all. Okay, premium, contribution, and preventive health checkup. Now for preventive health checkup, there is a limit of 5,000. Internal limit of 5,000. Over 5,000, you will not get deduction for preventive health checkup. Okay. So A में क्या किया हमने? We have taken aggregate of premium paid, contribution made. That is, this is premium paid, this is contribution made, and preventive health checkup. Total of this or B is 25,000 per annum. So total of these three is restricted to 25,000. Okay, 25,000 you will get maximum deduction. Okay, it's lower off, right? और अगर senior citizen हो, ठीक है, for the person for whom you are taking the policy, that is the mediclaim insurance premium for whom you are paying. ठीक है, if that person is a senior citizen, so remember this person SSC need not be a senior citizen. Okay, so what is essential is the dependent which is mentioned here. Dependent mentioned here, they should be senior citizen. Okay, okay. If senior citizen, this 25,000 amount, okay, this 25,000 will get increased to 50,000. That's all. Okay, वही है. तो ये चीज समझ में आ गया आपको? ये आ गया ना, तो बस then there is rest of the things will be same as this. Okay, so if you see the second one now, again individual. Okay, payment of medical premium or preventive health checkup, and this is for parents. Okay, whether dependent or not. Okay, so this is for parents. You can pay medical insurance or preventive health checkup. Okay, you don't have that payment for CGHS and all that. That is not there. Only 2 points here. Okay, for parents, medical insurance or preventive health checkup. So here again it is lower of the following. Again here aggregate of premium paid and preventive health checkup. Okay, because CGHS point is not there here. And this is again up to 5,000. Okay, and the limit is 25,000. Okay, so if parents are senior citizens, it's not essential that everyone's parents will be senior citizens. Correct? The son is say working, he's 22 years old. It's possible that his father is 50 years old. Right? It's very much possible. So not essential that parents will be senior citizens. Okay? So, but if parents are senior citizens, this 25,000 will get increased to 50,000. ये पूरा point यही बोल रहा है. Okay? ठीक है? So you don't need to read this. बस हो गया. Those subparts are over. ठीक है? Second one में only thing, second one is for parents. First one is for his nuclear family. Okay? Second one is for parents. ठीक है? And CGHS point is not there. ठीक है. Okay, and ये this note just says that your health checkup 5,000 amount, no, ये this limit of 5,000 of health checkup. Okay, so this is a total limit, okay, for everyone. So it should not exceed 5,000 for for you, your children, spouse, parents. Okay, it's a total limit also. Okay, so it's not separate that here you will get 5,000 for parents and 5,000 there for your family. So 10,000. No, total is 5,000. Okay, you cannot exceed 5,000. That's what they are saying here. ठीक है, total is 5,000. बस वही याद रखना है और कुछ नहीं. Nothing much there. ठीक है. Now third is payer is in HUF. Okay. ठीक है. If payer is HUF, then only Mediclaim for any member of the family, and deduction is lower of premium paid or 25,000. There is no health checkup and all in this. Okay, straightforward. And if senior citizen, then 25,000 will get increased to 50,000. That's all. Okay. 3 is also over. Now last point is if you have not paid Mediclaim insurance. Okay. For example, you have paid Mediclaim for your family but not paid for your parents. Okay. Now your parents are hospitalized. Okay. So this is for that purpose. Okay. So anyone, not just parents, anyone if they are hospitalized. Okay. So that was Mediclaim insurance premium health checkup. Now if you get hospitalized, so both for individual and HUF. Okay. So here this is amount paid for medical expenditure. Okay. So if medical expenditure has to be done, okay, that is the person got hospitalized, you have not paid Mediclaim. Okay, provided Mediclaim is not paid. Okay, you have not paid Mediclaim and you had to incur medical expenditure. Okay, then you will get this expenditure only then. Okay, so if you have paid Mediclaim, you will not get this. Okay, and this month you will get only for senior citizen. Okay, you are not going to get this medical expenditure deduction for anyone. Okay, the person should be a senior citizen, compulsory. Okay, you will get for anyone, for individual, himself, herself, spouse, dependent children, either or both of the parents. Okay, everyone, but whoever you want to take it for should be a senior citizen. Okay, that is the condition. Or for HUF, any member of the family. Okay, so how much you'll get? Lower of medical expenditure incurred or 50,000. Why here it is 50,000 directly? Because senior citizen is specified. So directly specified. Okay. So this cases you have to incur medical expenditure because Mediclaim was not there. Okay. That's why. Yeah. So this point number 4. Okay. It is not independent. Okay. So your total deduction for point number 1 and 4 or 2 and 4 and 3 and 4. Total deduction will be 50,000. Okay. यहाँ पे इस 4 हो, ये देखिए ये, ओके, यार your total deduction, okay, therefore 1 and 4 together maximum deduction is 50,000 or 2 and 4 again 50,000, ठीक है, or 3 and 4 again 50,000, ठीक है. This is how. So fourth one is always in combination with either 1, 2 and 3. ठीक है. So dependent children who do not have enough resources. That's all. ठीक है. कुछ ज़्यादा complex नहीं है. Okay. Mediclaim insurance policy, ठीक है, should be framed by General Insurance Corporation (GIC) approved by CG. Okay, which is called as a Mediclaim insurance policy. ठीक है. Or any other insurer approved by IRDA. ठीक है. बस ये है. So mode of payment is cash. You have to pay in cash. ठीक है. Only for health checkup. Sorry, mode of payment is other than cash. Sorry, ठीक है. Mode of payment is other than cash. you cannot pay in cash, ठीक है, right? Electronic mode only for health checkup, because health checkup suddenly you are going to go for health checkup, it's a smaller amount. Okay, so for that cash is allowed. Health checkup, for that cash is allowed. Other than that, it should be in non-cash mode. ठीक है, पेमेंट आउट ऑफ टैक्सेबल इनकम एज वी हैव सेड अर्लियर, ठीक है, इसका मतलब है कि यू शुड नॉट पे आउट ऑफ एन एग्जेम्प्ट इनकम सोर्स, बस उतना ही है, ठीक है. ओके, सो प्रैक्टिकली लाइक नोबडी सीज इट प्रैक्टिकली, ठीक है. आपने पे कर दिया तो कौन आके देखने वाला है कि आप कौन से पैसे से आप दे रहे हो करके, राइट? नोबडी इज गोइंग टू कम एंड चेक दिस, ठीक है, बट दिस इज जस्ट अ कंडीशन, पेमेंट आउट ऑफ टैक्सेबल इनकम. ओके, ठीक है. Okay, and if you are paying a lump sum health insurance premium, that is, you are for 5 years you have to pay health insurance. For 5 years you are paying in one shot for 5 years because you are getting it for less. Okay, then health insurance premium will be split proportionately. Total amount which you have paid, 1/5 of that will be taken if you are paying for 5 years. Okay, so basically point is proportionate amount will be taken as premium of this year. ठीक है, okay, proportionate basis it will be taken if you are doing lump sum payment. ठीक है, और चलो for higher deduction the person insured must be a senior citizen, not the payer. ठीक है, right? Senior citizen का definition you already know, 60 years at any time during the previous year. Okay, ठीक है, तो ये भी हो गया हमारा ये section.